it's better because it has the
Just push in there.
What's that?
Some hooks where you can,
hooks.
yeah, so you can hang bags.
Podes pôr saco.
Oh,
way they're
right,
not,
they
like,
are
flying
hooks.
around.
Oh, right. Okay. Okay. I see the apples are different from the one from the Model S.
So yeah, a little bit of redesign for this one. Now with the handles, the way you do it is push with your thumb. The handle portion is going to come out, and then you can just grab with your fingers. So if you're doing it right here, it might work better if it's underneath. So push this with your thumb. Yeah. No, you're all good. So you can push with your thumb here, or you can use your left hand. This is easier for me.
All right. Got it.
And I can grab it.
Yeah, got it. Yeah, nice.
Não, sentas tu. Posso perguntar-lhe se posso filmar?
Okay.
Cool.
Pode.
So, first thing,
Could my husband film
Yeah,
my
for sure.
test drive for us to show our family back in Europe?
yeah, absolutely.
Okay, thank you.
So we'll start with just making sure you're comfortable. Now seating adjustments, they're going to be the same as any car. So driver's side is on the left, so you can go back, forward, move the back,
Okay,
up and
got
down,
it. Easy.
your lumbar and all that. Next thing will be adjusting your steering wheel. So to do that, you'll hit this car icon.
Oh, that's my thing with Teslas. It's all done.
Now
Here.
here's the cool thing about this. So
Is it
after
going
you
to
make
be as unuser friendly or as user unfriendly as the Model S?
this is going to be user friendly. Now keep in mind, once you make these adjustments in your car, you only have to do it once. It's going to save to your profile.
Okay.
So every time you get in the car, you'll just hit this little icon here, and then you'll click your name, and then that'll move all your
Automatically.
mirrors.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
So
Just
you
like
only
the
have
Model
to
S.
do it one time. So for now, we'll just go to steering wheel here. So
I can do that. Thank you.
and then on the left scroll, you can scroll up to move the steering wheel up. Scroll down to move it down.
Okay.
If you push the ball to the left or right, it'll move in and out.
Yeah, so if it's your first referral, you get like a kid's Tesla or walking
Okay. Got
Yeah.
it.
Cool. Then when you're done, just X out. And just a kind of overview of what the controls are for the car. Quick controls just give you your lights, mirrors, and steering wheel adjustments, and then locking the windows, which are just kind of the most common that people use. Aside from that, you'll get a full section for your lights. So it's kind of self-explanatory, turning the lights on and off or on auto. Locks is going to be either your window locks or your child lock. Display, you can do day, night, or auto display. If we put auto, then it'll adjust automatically.
Automatically?
You put it on night, it will turn it black,
Okay.
and then this is your day.
Alright.
And then if you want to adjust the brightness at any time, you can.
Okay. Right.
From there, you have your driving. This is another one that'll be important. First one, acceleration. Standard means it's going to give you the instant torque. So when you press down on it, you know, you'll feel it pick up pretty quickly. You can put that on chill if you want it to be a little less
Just like
aggressive.
the Model S.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Right.
Yep. Comfort the Sport for your steering wheel. Regen braking, similar to the Model S. Standard would be if you let off. The motor slow the car. Low would mean there's less of an effect, so it feels more like, you know, a gas car. And then you have creep, so if you wanted to creep when you let off of the brake, then you turn that on, otherwise just keep it off. Your autopilot, so you can change your cruise distance. Now cruise distance can be controlled from right here. So if you kind of move this ball to the left or right,
Oh, okay.
So that way you don't have to go to the screen in order to do that. But here you can turn on auto steer, auto lane change, and summon. Are you familiar with?
I'm already lost, so you can
Okay.
go on speaking because yeah.
So auto steer is pretty much what's going to keep you in lane when you're on the highway. So when you turn that on, you'll stay in lane. Auto lane change. If you click over to change lanes, the car will change lanes for you as long as there's availability in the other lane. Then summon would be more so if you're parking in like a tight spot or a garage. You can get out of the car and then have the car pull itself into the space. So that's pretty much that, and the way it looks is something like this. So if you're in your garage, you can kind of dictate how far you want this to move into the garage, how far you want it to come out, things like that. And that's pretty much the basics. This stuff you wouldn't really need so much. This is more so for like if you want to set like a speed limit for safety in the car. This will be used by service. That's pretty much the overview of that. Next to it you have your music and then your phone. But by default you're going to have this, which is going to tell you how fast you're going and pretty much give you basic information. And then your navigation. So this is your default screen.
Okay, right.
Now when you're ready to drive, your shift is going to be here. So this is the most important thing. If you pull it all the way up, that's going to put you in reverse. You can go ahead and try it. So all the way up is reverse. It's not going to change on here because we're in like demo mode.
Okay.
All the way down is going to put you in drive. And you'll see it here. I always just double check, make sure I'm in the right gear. So up for reverse, down for drive. If you push it up or down slightly, that's going to put you in neutral.
Okay.
Yep. And then you'll press the button on the end for park.
For park.
Cool. Now, are you going to try out autopilot today?
My husband might, because
Okay.
we would like the test drive. I will drive for a couple of minutes just to get a little bit familiar, and then my husband will do the rest of the test drive. Okay?
Cool.
So that he can then teach me back home, because I will forget everything basically.
Gotcha. I'm the
Okay.
same way, so completely
So
understand.
he needs to be in touch with what this is, so he can teach me back
Gotcha.
in Europe.
So the most important thing for you would just be what we just said. So up
Okay.
for reverse, down for drive,
Pedals are the same.
push for park.
Okay.
If you got that, then we can get a good feel for the car.
Okay.
Now, when you're ready to go into autopilot, you'll pull this down twice.
Oh.
So 2 times, now you're in autopilot.
Okay. Right. Okay. Got it.
Cool. Do you have any questions? Anything?
will.
That...
I will.
I know when you're
I
driving,
will.
it'll come up, but that's pretty much the basics of
Okay.
it.
So yeah.
How do you control the airflow for the air conditioning?
Yeah, air conditioning. So all gonna be here. You can click this fan in the middle, and that's gonna bring up your controls for air conditioning.
Oh, okay. Feel it now.
Yep, and then here you can kind of move this around to get what direction you want the air to flow.
All right. Okay.
You can split the direction of the air. So if you don't want it completely in your face, you can kind of move it away.
Oh, nice.
Things like that. So your AC, you can put it on auto. It'll dictate what you need. That tends to ramp up the fans when you put it on auto. Where you want it to be directed, at your feet, overhead, straight ahead,
All right.
things like that. And that to turn it off.
Okay.
Now, this right next to it would be your seats. So if I want to warm the seats up, I can just choose the seat I want to warm. There's 3 levels of heating.
Okay. Right. What's the range of this car?
The range for this one is 310 miles.
In kilometers, that would be
Kilometers.
400 and something kilometers.
I'm not sure.
1.6 multiplicar por 1.6.
I don't know to do the math.
Let's find out.
So you said 350 miles?
310
Oh,
miles.
310 miles. In kilometers?
Kilometers would be about 499
Okay.
kilometers, pretty
Okay,
much.
500 kilometers.
Yep.
500 kilometers.
Just
Okay,
about.
right. That's the right. I have anxiety range, So
Hmm.
yeah.
Do you do a lot of travel, like long distance travel?
My husband does a lot of. I mean, he converted to. He went full electric, and so he only drives the Model S. And he has been everywhere in Europe with it.
Yeah.
But I suffer from range anxiety, and I'm always telling him to charge the car. So
Let me see. I know
tips
it's
take
tough
off.
to give an idea because this is just going to show in the States.
Yeah, I know.
Let's say, yeah. Navigate to San Francisco.
That's it. Congratulations. Yeah, absolutely, for sure.
So that's about 1,800 miles.
Yeah.
1,800 miles. So you navigate there just to kind of give you an idea of how far you can go. And of course, this will be for the United States. I can pull up the map.
Oh, no worries about the map for Europe.
Okay.
Okay, no worries.
I've been from Lisbon to Germany, all around Germany and Brussels and London and back, everywhere with
But
the
he doesn't
supercharger.
have range anxiety, and I have.
Now,
Oh,
here.
so okay.
So the car was, letting us know, hey, we're looking for superchargers to make sure you can make your
So
route.
until Iowa, I would get there with 6%.
Right, and then you would fill up. Now, because it's so low, it'll take about an hour.
Okay.
So let's click this one and see. So the good thing is you'll have a restroom, restaurant.
Yeah, that I'm familiar with. Yeah,
Yeah.
that I'm familiar with.
So that way,
yeah.
if it's a really long time, then you're good to go. You can do
Yeah.
some other things. But otherwise, it's going to pretty much map out everything you need
Okay.
to try to help you out. Make you feel more comfortable
Yeah.
and know that you'll get to where you need to go, and then you'll be able to get back as well.
You have no idea when these cars are getting to Europe because we placed an order for the Model 3 more than a year ago,
the first day it opened the reservation.
and
boy.
we don't know when we are going to have the car. You have no idea when you start shipping to Europe.
I'm pretty sure it's coming. Once we get a good hold of what's, the shipments here,
Yeah.
I think that's when it's going to open up a little
Okay.
bit more. And we've been doing pretty well.
Okay.
So it should be coming soon. I don't see why not. I think it's really just been about you guys have the steering wheel on the left or right side?
In
The-
Portugal
the
and
regular
Germany
one.
on the
Regular.
right, the left
The
side.
left side.
Yeah.
Okay. So so it should be soon because I think with like Europe, it's been more so of a situation of getting the configuration with one on the right. So
Yeah, ours would be like this. This is the configuration for Portugal. Yeah.
So it should be soon.
Okay, right, okay. And that's it, okay. So reverse, drive, park, like this neutral, or like this neutral. Right.
Yep.
Autopilot, like this.
2 down. Yep.
2 down, alright, okay.
And make sure it's all the way down.
Oh, all
So
the
like
way.
you're putting it in drive.
Oh, okay, right. And so, and this is the, okay, the lights. This is just for the wheel.
So
This button here.
So yeah, by default, that's just gonna control your music. So up and down will control the volume. Left and right will control the song playing.
And the wheel when I have it like here and I want to have quick controls, steering wheel like
Yeah.
that.
So once you go there, then
All right,
it would
okay.
change to
Okay. All right.
adjustments.
Okay, so yeah, I'm okay. Do you have
Cool.
any questions, Pedro?
No.
No. Okay, so we are.
That's
okay.
pretty much the overview. And I'm pretty sure you guys are familiar with charging and how all that works. So
Yes.
yeah.
How much is it? What's the price of the car here in the United States so we can have an idea, more or less?
Here it starts for the all-wheel drive at $54,000.
The whole-wheel
Dollars.
drive, which is what my husband, the dual, right?
Right.
50,000, 54,000,
54,000.
54,000, and the basic.
The basic one still gonna be long range. That one's gonna be 49,000.
Okay, 49,000, and that's the long range.
Correct.
Which is the long range, the
So that gives you
310 miles.
Right.
And below that long range, what is the basic of basics that you have here?
So that one we won't have it until about 6 to 9 months. But that's going to be our standard range battery. That one gives you 220 miles.
220 miles.
Right, and that one starts at 35,000.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay.
But I would recommend for you to go 310, so that way you're a little bit more comfortable.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, long range. Yeah, certainly. Okay, I'm okay.
Cool.
Cool.
There will be their CHAdeMO adapter.
CHAdeMO adapters.
CHAdeMO adapter.
I'm not sure what the adapters, like what they'll look like for Portugal.
No. General, because for the Model S, let's say that you are someplace where you have a CHAdeMO charger and you can have a CHAdeMO adapter. Independent of...
Yeah, so you can use a charger outside of Tesla.
Yeah.
You'll still have that here, yeah.
Yeah? It's available?
Yes.
Okay. So because in the first cars, I think it was a software problem that CHAdeMO adapters didn't work, but now it's solved.
Yeah, so
okay.
you'll have those adapters
Okay. Good.
included with the car, so.
Okay. Cool. So ready when you are.
Cool.
Okay.
Let me just double check and see where he is and see if we can get going.
Okay.
Now I'll see if we have a different car we can take.
All right. So to open the car.
To open the door, the button at the top, you just touched it. Yep.
Oh, that's different from the Model S.
Yep.
That is different.
Cool.
Thank you.
This is huge.